Kits USA. We make the Res-O-Glas guitar kits. I brought a what is a common guitar kit body, if you will. This is, if you went online and bought a guitar kit, this is most likely what you would get. And you can see really the only place for creativity, if you will, is how you end up carving the headstock. I think it's, it doesn't leave much to the imagination. You're going to end up with a guitar that you have to paint yourself, and there's not many people that I know that in their basement can finish a guitar and end up with a finished quality equal to that the spray boost that they have at Fender and whatnot. So I always thought this was a little ridiculous, because you're going to end up with a guitar that has the electronics of something you would buy at a big box retailer and the look of something that was put together by a 12-year-old, if I did it. One of the neat things about the Res-O-Glas guitars is the color's in the gel coat. So when you order a guitar body from us, it's going to be in the finished fiberglass color. So for instance, here's an orange and here's a black, and this one is just starting to be laid out in terms of its design. You could put the control knobs down here or up here. We haven't decided yet. I just found an old neck, and this is one of our tail pieces, and this is 20 minutes into the build. Here is a guitar that's nearly finished, and you can see I've got a solid maple core here. It's one piece. The original ones, which I have an example over here, really use scrap wood throughout the interior construction. And so there's several ways that we've improved this. This solid maple core really helps out in terms of when you're bolting on the various necks. It provides a great deal of greater stability, if you will, and better tone throughout. But this one has a vintage airline neck, if you will, and it follows the original 3-bolt design. We call this the retro pocket configuration. Harmony necks are easily sized to fit there. The Valcos, the Supros. We've got an example of a Tesco over there as well. This is an example of an original 1962 interior of an airline body here that's really seen some better days, if you will. But again, you can see that the original ones didn't have any routing on the top. This one was used for one of our molds, so the various drill holes are gone, but you can see that nothing fancy in terms of the interior wood that was used.
It's like plywood almost.
Exactly, and if this didn't have paint on it, you could see that this interior block is made up of probably 5 different pieces glued together. Here we've got a solid maple base, and then this additional maple piece on top. So it's really only 2 pieces, and we've got the 5 mounting blocks inside. This one's a little further along. We're just laying it out. It's got 2 P90s on top here, and you can see we haven't added the binding yet. We offer both white and black binding for the guitars. But what's neat about this is for using P90s is they sit right on top here, as long as you're not using the dog ear type. There's plenty of clearance for the guitar, and again, you don't have that super high action that most people commonly associate with the old Supros and Airlines. And this has got a Tesco neck on it, and one of our tail pieces, and just a standard floating bridge. All you have to do to retrofit a floating bridge is you can buy one of these with a stock Gibson AVR1 type tail piece on there, or bridge, and all you have to do is simply shave off the ends of it, and you've got a retrofitted bridge that will work on any of these guitars. It costs about $22 for that piece. This is one of my favorites. The total build cost on this was about $330. So.
And this is one that looks like it's more set up for slide, obviously.
Exactly. It's got a vintage silver tone neck, a single pickup that was ordered from Guitar Fetish, an old bridge, and just a single volume knob. This is an old, national style dobro tailpiece that lots of people are reissuing right now, and that only costs about $10, if you will. So total build cost on this was right around $340, and it's great for slide. This one here has got 2 humbuckers, and kind of wanted to lay this one out in sort of a, sort of a Fender 70s deluxe style layout, if you will, with the knobs down below and the selector up top here. But again, a floating bridge that has been modified just like this, and you can see the humbuckers lay right on top of the guitar. This is a Tele knockoff neck, and total build on cost on this was right around just over $400.
Now that's when you're saying that's what you pay in addition to the kit price.
No, that's our bodies are roughly between $230 and $250, so it's got another $150 in parts on it.
So basically, I mean, you're building a guitar that's going to be comparable to those old classic Res-O-Glas guitars. That's actually going to work.
Exactly.
And it's going to cost you probably less.
Yes.
Because the Supros cost a lot more than that.
Yeah, you can find the vintage airlines now on eBay. They generally go from about $1,800 to $3,000. So our completed kits, depending on what types of parts that you use, most people spend from, I'd say average price is about $380 to $500 to make a guitar. And the neat thing is you can make it as, sort of garage sale part friendly or high end as you want. Because I'll show the pickup rings how they accept various pickup sizes, and basically I've always thought that if somebody has a couple parts laying around in their house, this is a great way to use them up and get them on the guitar.